viewer. Um, hope that okay. Okay, so it's Sunday, and since I don't go to church, I thought, well, maybe I could just um talk to some of my viewers of deep soul stuff, right? Since we're all in a soul searching journey together. So hope you like the title Sunday Soul. Thoughts of the soul. Anyway. Yeah. Um so so ooh, someone decided not to. Oh, that's fine. Sometimes people change their minds. It's oh, hi Grant, Angel Rising. Was it you that came in and then like logged out? Oh, oh yeah. So so yeah, okay, cool. I thought it was more my care management monitoring me. So cool. Thank you. You liking it? So yeah. So I put it that title, um, the Sunday Soul Thoughts. Remember. It's so annoying because I can't see the title of the topics when I write them. This on my phone is just so dumb. Sometimes my phone can be so dumb, but hey, I'm just grateful with my phone it can do some stuff. Thank you for Samsung. Oh, but yes, universe, give me a new one. Especially with the economy that's going on, we have to be screwing up. I don't know. Most people right now is like, at the moment, at the moment with the economy, I'm not sure with in the States, but in the UK, the economy is just so area, and so everybody's now forced to review what what they should be investing in their life, what is important for me. Like, even though I've got my social benefits, um, disability, which in the UK, you have two different types of disability income, which is kind of crazy. So like it doesn't come in all one. And so with the economy right now, everything's gone up, inflating, you know. Well, I think on this view, I think it's worldwide because like I do connect to people worldwide, and so so now I was like forced to focus on how much money I of focusing what's important to spend and what's not. And at the moment, I'm trying to find hard to let go of things like Netflix subscription, Amazon, all this stuff. Like, but I don't want to let it go. It's my therapy. Even though haven't been used watching Amazon for ages, or forgot maybe I got a subscription because with my quiet brain injury and autism spectrum, it's find it hard sometimes to keep on top. I sometimes forget what I subscribe. It's like, ooh, I want to buy this and that, and like, so, oh, okay, now I forgot. So yeah, there's stuff, especially at the moment. I haven't even I was meant to go out yesterday to sort out my bank. It was on a Saturday. I think for some people in the States, it's still Saturday for to meet. This in the UK, it's afternoon. But but I don't know. It's crazy. you know, I don't know. Sometimes you want to be in it with everything, and you just have to like try to say that you need to sort out all your money and everything. And he's like, Oh, it's 5:15 Corriado. Sorry if I can't. Corrado. I used to pronounce it, and now it's like it's out of me. That's what happens when you institutionalize too much. It's like it's like it's hard to pronounce stuff. This is like Colorado. Colorado. Now, have I pronounced that right now? Colorado. Yes, Colorado. Cool. You like stuff? Yeah, Colorado. Yes. No, that's what happens. Yeah, that's what happens to me for not going to church anymore. It's like I was like done. I was like I done with I don't mind church and everything, but I don't know. I just couldn't deal with people's ignorancy. I was supporting a prayer group on a phone app, and by a friend who's a doctor from India, and I guess it was just too much. I just couldn't tolerate people's ignorancy. Like, was praying things, and instead of like saying, well, maybe sometimes God doesn't answer your prayers for a reason, or maybe you're praying for someone's diabetic, and and they and they and they keep eating all the same stuff, and they're not asking God to 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 give them the wisdom understanding, right? That's why I like to study. That's why I like to go deeper things, like when I pray, I ask like Pacific Angel to give me information, like Angel Brazil. If Angel Brazil, he's like an angel who gives you information of things, because for me, like I pray and I ask God, like, give me the wisdom and stuff. Right now, with my financial issues, I'm like saying, God, help me with my financial issues because I don't know what I should leave out, especially now, like trying to do trying to get some, some support, and it's difficult because I do puts out my stuff on TikTok and Instagram to fund anything, and it's and I don't know if anybody did fund me. I don't know. I have no idea because I managed to sort my bank app, and it's very difficult to see if I someone did fund me or not, because I because I have to be my own charity. Charity has to be your own charity. Sometimes you have to have a laugh about your situation sometimes. you know and it's like, I don't know, just sometimes you're just in that deep soul searching in your life. you know when it was getting to lockdown, I was not so big deal with lockdown. I was like, yeah, okay. you know was hoping the rest of the people just think it was with 2 years ago, 2000 2000 world lockdown, people was forced, 2020 in world lockdown, people was forced to combine what was really important, what was matters most and stuff, and not to tolerate certain things. So now with the financial economy, it's gone like that as well, like focusing what you should be investing and what's not, you know I it's just so funny. Apparently at the moment, the British economy, I don't take much about Daily Mail, Oxford, in UK Daily Mail, but because I don't really buy stuff, but there's some truth in sometimes. And I saw like, all people no longer strive their Netflix and Amazon because they cannot afford it anymore, Disney Plus and stuff like that. I don't know, just so like I'm like trying to like figure out what's really important to let go, investing online, so I can get make my spend make the most of my my disability allowance of helping myself. But it's just like really hard for me financially to let go spending certain things to strip on my online restrictions. You know, it's just hard. To be honest with you, I'm trying to manifest that I have more money, so I don't have to think so much, because especially since walking away from my family because they rejected me, my dad, my sister, she can't help me because she's unemployed. She's struggling with her own disabilities, which she hides a lot. And then you know, she's like my soulmate, where he's got the same, what was called like borderline personality disorder. Goes to therapy and says, "Oh, I don't have it anymore," and then actually like, "Oh, actually, I still have." Just I don't know. I don't know. Maybe just is how it is in society. People just don't want to admit that they've still got their issues. I don't know. Anyway, but I really not talking to my soulmate either. He's like, he's just like my sister. I find this funny is that if you don't face your problems, you will attract more problems. It's not a disorder, it's angels in the head. Oh, what do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? It's not a disorder, it's angels in the head. You mean personality disorder? Multi-personality disorder. You no, this I didn't mean like multi-personality disorder, I mean borderline personality disorder. Borderline personality disorder is someone who's like, it's really hard. Like, borderline personality disorder is like someone is like, I can't remember what it's called. Um, oh, hi, Al. So yeah, so borderline personality archangel is someone like who has like like it's and then suddenly and then they've got avoidance. They sometimes avoid things and that kind of thing. I can't remember anyway. But what I'm saying is but that was their diagnosis. So I noticed like my life was that I I was seen to attract the people that I didn't want to face about the problems in my family. So so society, to the universe attracted me people in my life that was similar traits with my family, with their psychological problems, for me to face them in some ways. How much I had problems. So it was just so funny because like my sister had borderline personality disorder, and then I was trying to see someone who my soulmate who was exactly got that, or I attracted abusive partner who was dealing with who treated me just like my mom and my dad, even though he said he wasn't. He was very self-righteous. He said he was not religious, but but yeah, exactly, karmic lessons. So like I was forced to face the issues. If I couldn't face the issues, I was faced to because I couldn't deal with my family traumas. So I was like, even though I might walk away from my family, I was attracting them. I'm like, oh my goodness. It's like I just didn't realize it. It's like I did and I didn't. And then when I did face it, it's like, okay, I have to let go of this person. I love them. I thank you, universe, for telling me that I have this really good big heart. But now it's like time for me not to be walked over again. you know, sometimes you think you moved on, and then and suddenly suddenly you just realize that you haven't really moved on certain things. The universe just gives you more lessons to do things. But yeah, I agree, it's comic lessons, Elise. Thank you for hearing me, Elise. But yeah, um it's just so funny because like I'm just like faced to let go a lot of things, and like people who say they're like big spiritual or they're religious or whatever, and they just, but yet they don't practice what they preach sometimes to people in my lives. It's like they don't judge about other people, but yet they're hypocrites. And then I'm thinking, am I a hypocrite myself? I better not. Ask God and the universe to tell me if I am. Go back to your own looking glass. Like Alice in the Wonderland looking glass. It's through our greatest struggles we learn our best lessons. Exactly. But yeah, I was talking to a summit friend of mine. It was messaging me about something, and I was just like saying to him, we never met in person, and it was like, and we and I said to him, do I look away and like it I not face my problems? And said, well, I said, and he said, well, and he replied to me last night saying, actually, we do. All people walk away from fake don't want the face things. It's it's face things. Anyway, I wish I could multitask on my phone, but I don't know if I don't want to be out on my live. I used to sign on Facebook on my tablet, my Amazon tablet, but I decided to take away from Facebook because when I do my meditations on my Amazon tablet, I don't want to be going going on Facebook and saying, "Oh, this and that," you know, which is hard because the universe has signed me out on Facebook. I do really not have the Facebook app, but I go on YouTube like, "Ooh, let's go on it on the internet browser too." So the universe just said to me, "Okay, we're going to help you not to keep your focus, right? Your autism spectrum ADD, right? To keep you not to be so obsessed in Facebook." So I've got to log out of my browser. So if I want to look for Facebook Messenger, I have to just go on my phone. It's hard to multitask on social media platform like Facebook can be very stressful, especially your mental health. Our mental health. Exactly. I find it's just so funny that that social media is the most addiction. It's most social addiction ever. It's like it's worse than heroin. And I know people who had who 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 overcome heroin, and social media is like the worst. It's like lovely, but don't know. It's like hardcore, even scientists, it's like so funny. So like with my financial issue, right, with economy right now, I'm like thinking I don't want to let go of my certain my face my Netflix, and even though I just don't exactly watch it anymore, I just want to know when it's there, so I can know I can just watch something, even though I don't have a TV, but TV replaced to to a portable device. Knowing that I got limited resources. Oh, you know, that's the thing about addiction. You don't want to face the reality. You just want to like run away, spend this place, spend that place, and just forget about it. And then you realize like, oops, like now this economy hit, it's like, okay, now I have to face reality. What I shouldn't, if I don't use something, I should stop ascribing, even though it's hard. You know, sometimes I think people talk about spirituality, but they don't realize that spirituality is a physical realm. The physical realm. Uh, yeah. Thank you. I used to go live years ago, but because of with YouTube had a policy and everything, so so you had to have a certain amount of people. So so now that I got Drive Spirit said to me, "Come on, Charlie, you put you need to put going live because the universe needs more real people." To let people know that it's okay to be 100% you and 100% real. Be honest with you, I'm terrible. I'm like people. Yeah, thank you. So like, even though like I prefer hiding on the few, people think like, oh, she's an extrovert. They have no idea that God is like an angel Raphael, angel Raphael, because mental me as a child. He actually, people want. I would let you know that angels do come to people. But yeah. But anyway, he's when I was a child, and he just came to me like face to face and said to me that I should just stop being an introvert. It's time for me to not let my fears and get to me. People jealous saying, "Oh, you saw an angel and your kids." Like that's cool. No, it's not. It's not. It's not because I'll tell you, when you have an angel come to see you, one they're very loving, but at the same time they will kick your butt to say it's time for you to do something. So I'm just glad I don't have to see angels anymore. This had even one angel was enough. Oh, actually, I see angels in my dreams. That's cool. But 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 I just like but I couldn't. It still hits me. People never thought that was like, oh, you're extrovert. Well, actually, no, I'm actually an introvert. It just happened to be practicing every day to get to not let people entertain me, especially being a very sensitive, empathic person. You feel about things, you feel people's thoughts and tensions, and you're like, okay, I need to dial it back a little bit. Yes, maybe not everything I see, you know, you know, especially I used to be selective mutism, you know, I used to not speak, you know. And when I did speak, I was like, had a panic attack. And I was like 4 years old, 4 years, 5, 6 and stuff. Eh, I had to, I had to just dealing with things. So, so like, so to cope. But yeah, so like, I remember telling people, someone who's to mental when I was growing up church. I said to her, look, like, so I think she was mildly autistic, and but it was not so bad compared to me. And I said to her, oh, you can do you know I have my secret fear as well? Do you know that there's not such thing as a natural extrovert. You just have to practice, 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 practice until like it's naturally though. But I think it's good to be balanced though, to be an introvert and then sometimes be extrovert. This is my little alchemy water, good for your immune system. But yeah, but I just find it difficult sometimes though, being obedient to God and everything. But you know, I just know that I have to live fearlessly sometimes. If you want to grow and experience things, you have to be face your fears. But I just find it difficult sometimes though. But yeah, but but yeah, I think most people just don't know that 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 to grow you have to like face your fears, the things that you want. And I was talking to my summit friend, and you know, who I hope one day we meet in person, but it's like because we've got a similar journey, even though he's living the dream, right? And I'm not. I'm I'm living in a little group house, disabled group home where I'm lucky to get out during a certain amount of the day, and sometimes being blessed now, blessed to go out on my own. Depends how the the care workers and the management allowed me, right? Or social services. So but but so it's sometimes this can be very lonely sometimes. They will never give you more than you can have. If you doubt yourself, you can always reach out for help. What do you mean by that? Archangel appeal. They will never give you more than you can have if you don't. Oh, you mean God? Yeah, yeah, sure. God in the universe, definitely. But yeah, I just. So I'm like blessed to go out like in the morning, and then no later than 11, which is sucks sometimes because it means I don't have a social life, but and it's and but at least like and people can be a bit weird when I found like, oh, she's disabled. She lives in a group home. Weird. And then people me on Facebook and say, oh yeah, yes, we can't do on Facebook and everything. And then suddenly just decided to no longer meet up. And I'm like, oh, I was like, but come on, you're not committing a crime. And I feel like, what have I done wrong? And then God and my angels in the universe are saying, you have done nothing wrong. It's just that they just can't deal the fact that the face that the of your hardships. They just want to look at you on Facebook and admire you. At the moment I'm slowly unsubscribing people on Facebook who I know in person, who just I just felt like I just brought my inner child of like, there must be something wrong. I remember watching a YouTube video about it was in the 90s, about this kid who was autistic, and she was I think it was a therapist mom took a photo of saying, how she felt like she was doing something wrong or something. And I feel like that was me. And I still feel like that inside, like, have I done something so wrong? Oh, I was trying to be loving to everybody, kind, and I must have done something wrong. Oh, thank you. Oh, that's really nice of Elle. Have a beautiful day. I must have done something wrong. I must have done something wrong if nobody wants to include me in life. I must have done something wrong. That's that's what deep inside me sometimes feel. I must have done something wrong. The fact that people excluded me in my life. And then I realized, no, that I haven't really done anything wrong. Just that people just don't really is uncomfortable with my circumstances. They're uncomfortable with the fact that I'm in a group home. They're uncomfortable with the fact that that I have hidden disabilities. and they just can't cope. Just like with my family, my sister and my and my dad, they couldn't cope. So I just said last month, I said, okay, fine. You don't have to be. I don't be like that movie in the story. Sweet November Girl. You know, November. Which is my favorite movie. You know, where she lived the rest. She was diagnosed with terminal illness, but yet she lived the best of her life. It's my favorite film. I actually prefer the original, not Keanu Reeves. That's lovely though, but I mean the original one, the 60s. I think I have to do look for the book, but it was my best story, you know, where she just didn't tell people until only the closest people, and they realized it's like she just let them go because she wanted them people to see them in deep her soul, not her labels, and that's me sometimes. I'm sorry, but we all choose our paths so we can help those around us learn and grow. Yeah, yeah, I definitely do. I have remember in my past that I signed up. That God did remind me that I do signed up with certain people in my life for a certain reason, you know, and that my life was basically it came down this earth to to bring unconditional love, even though people may not guaranteed love me back. So I never really open about past lives and stuff, but I think somehow like I feel this timeline is now like important to share that sometimes. You know, that most of us struggling souls chose chose to come down to experience everything and everything, but you know, but sometimes I just can't deal with rejection sometimes. Like I don't know, just I love people, but it's just like I feel like I've done something wrong. I must have done something wrong. But you know, but I try not to take that personally though. Yeah. You know, I actually prefer Clubhouse to these people's court, but the thing is that I had to stay away from Clubhouse because there was just too many streamers. Too many streamers, you know? You know? But at least here I can just read people's comments and everything. You know, I interact with some good people and good people on YouTube to chat to and plus to practice my reading skills maybe. Yeah, but yeah, I just find I but but yeah, so Angel Appeal, what did you feel like? Um, have you feel like what? Okay, so the Holy Spirit is tired of being an old man, has many gods, they think, but God has many names. Christians thank Jesus. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I get what you mean because I had a conversation with God, like saying, you know, it's like you going through what I'm experiencing, but they don't think the Holy Spirit that guides their body. True. That's deep, man. Deep. I have to go back to watch your videos. Hmm, that's deep. Deep. That's deep. That's really deep. This is the reason why I gave you a monitor, because maybe you just like cool anchoring person. But yeah, I find that, you know, most of the time, like, I have a conversation with God, and like, and then God just said, actually, you're experiencing what I'm dealing with. I think sometimes I've I just realized, like, um that we like one of the things, like, as human beings we signed up to is to experience what God experienced. And like the times when people reject us, we experience exactly what God feels a lot. Be thankful for everything you survive, even the bad things. They were there to teach you. True, everything is there for a lesson, to a reason. I think most people don't really talk about, like, everything that we have in life is that we experience what God's experiencing every day. I think that's why, like, one of the highest deity on earth is Jesus Christ, because he taught about compassion, everything. You know, I'm trying to go back to studying the Course of Miracles, because I find that was quite got a lot of practical truth on it, though. But yeah, um, actually, I'm going to go on tonight, actually, online, the Course of Miracles, though, that I'm on, but it is quite good, actually, though. I don't agree everything that the person who published Course of Miracles, though, but I like that Teen Knoll and his sister Karen Gordon, they're publishing a practical one where it's cross-referenced the Bible, so it's a bit more details, you know. So 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 that's going to be cool, though. I haven't had a solid one, though. I would love to get, at the moment with my economic, it's it's just fun, though. So I'm hoping to get a solid book on it, on the Course of Miracles, new new form of text that they got. This is cross reference the Bible and Old Testament and New Testament, though. But which I recommend people to look through the course. But I don't know, just, but yeah, I just give thanks to God about things, though. There's times, like, I don't really want to give thanks for things, but then I go, oh, actually, I give thanks to the spirits of thing. Just like what my friend, Shamik friend, he he's giving thanks of things that in his life, he didn't want to have cancer again. But being young in his 30s, he had cancer in his 20s, and then in his 30s once more. I won't give his name because I said it's private, but but it's just like, and like he was saying to me that I haven't seen a journey like him. That's why God, the universe put us cross paths, I suppose, to coach each other about our lessons that we've been dealing with, but the things that we thought we'd done, and then we're not. you know, for me, it's like, oh, I never want to be back institutionalized, and now I am. But but I mean, be coming out of it soon. Just don't know when. I'm hoping this year, though. But you know, but it's but sometimes sometimes I so sometimes I just find it a bit hard hard to feel like I have so many people I know in person, and I just and I feel like then I never that I'm just made to feel like that that I'm just not enough or too much or something. And like I remember like being 5 years ago, because I'm 35, but before I was in the group home, when I was detained in the detention centre in Christchurch Hospital, one thing like they put me like said you had they said that I had personality disorder. Personality disorder. They said I kept resenting myself to be socially accepted, and I was like, no, I didn't. Maybe I have, because people like say force me to be something, and then I'd realize actually I'm just gonna be humps at my best. So, but mind you, I think I had family that didn't even understand me, and I had the charity headway. They didn't like who I was, so they detained me because didn't they didn't want a, they didn't couldn't handle someone who can actually think for themselves. I can attest to being I can at, attest to being too much at times. Yeah, we all could be too much sometimes, but it's, I suppose it's better to be honest about that, I suppose. At least you trying, isn't it? But I think I remember like a saint. I can't remember. It was like a Catholic saint. She was like famous, the famous healer, spiritual healer. It's on my profile on YouTube channel list. Um, earlier on this year. Oh, at least blocked you. She has me blocked, but I still love her. Oh, okay. Oh, I don't. I know. I won't judge her at all. Sometimes everybody has their own opinions and their own expression. It's some people just don't want. It's they're in their own path. Don't be apologizes. I think it was like, as I said, I was saying about the saint that I was studying online on YouTube. I put my YouTube playlist was what's it about the saint, and she was, even though she was like popular, she was a famous healer in the 18th century, right? And and she she was in Europe, right? Because she came from originally from from a rich family, right? She was a nun, and 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 she she basically people thought that even some of the people that she was with, her the entourage, even they found it was a bit too much with her high vibrations and her ideas and everything. All the best leaders in the world, and particularly those who are highly spiritual, find certain people too much. I remember like my mom, things that she discussed on the phone with some people, and they find her was a bit too much when she was alive. And then when she was last year, when in her funeral in October, people like saying, actually, I wish I didn't say that she was too much. She was actually telling me the truth. Even though my mum was not Humpson a great, even saints got their issues. but because my people considered my mum was a saint at times, but they didn't really want to know her, that admit her shadow sometimes. But she has some goodness in some ways anyway. But uh, but yeah. We still love her, and she has a good soul. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, yeah, I love Liz. Anyway, she's cool though. But you know, but yeah, I'm sorry that she blocked you. But she, maybe she wasn't ready for you. Sometimes everybody has their own different ideas of what they want to do, but yeah, it's cool that you don't have a grudge on there though. That's cool. So nah, we don't judge the people we reject. We just understand that they're not ready for us, or they can't accept our own ideas. Sometimes that's just how it is. For me though, I know most people reject me because they just can't handle my problems. Oh, cool. Your aura. Cool. What type of aura? I want to know. Well, I have to, I have to try to figure out how to set up a private group for some of my followers. Once I figure out just I have to set up a Patreon group so that we could, so then some of us, so then we can just Google chat, private chat in some of my followers. But yeah, I can't control what the angels do in my world, but I'm walking tower. Oh, cool. All right. Have you got a medical condition? Have you doctors describe you something? I don't know. Sorry if it's too personal though, because I know this is going to be post afterlife but it's okay if you don't want to anyway. I can't control what the angels do in my aura, but I'm walking tower. What that means? I don't know. I don't understand that. I can't control what the angels do in my aura. What that means? Angel, archangel. Okay. Oh yeah, I know. I know she's a clairvoyant. I know because I follow her on YouTube. Okay. Yeah, I know. She says it on her YouTube channel. At least does. We just have to make sure that we balance with ourselves and who we're listening to and express stuff. My uncle was a schizophrenic, but even he knows he you know he outlived his schizophrenia. The only thing that died was his bad smoking habit. So he died of cancer. Funny enough, it was around August, I think. My mom's sister, my mom's brother. He was the first sibling. Well, not the first, but But yeah, he died before my mom died. Actually, 2 years before my mom died. So funny. She could have died on her birthday, but she kept holding on until my brother's passed away. So, but yeah, but he, yeah, definitely. Best to have an angel cut your hair than a demon, definitely. But um, but yeah, he realized like he had to listen to the right ones and not the bad ones, guides and stuff. There's a few like, it was, a shame that drugs destroy his life really, though, street drugs. Oh, you know, but the bad dodgy ones, those are the real deal stuff. Like proper cannabis, not the fake stuff. Because as I said, certain parts of the UK having cannabis is still illegal. You can have CBD oil and everything, but unfortunately for him, he didn't know that the stuff that on the streets are really, really bad. So it really messed his head up, because people don't realize when they buy cannabis in the UK, it was messy. You just don't know what they put in it. Sometimes it can be like, because it's illegal, it's like messed up with other stuff you don't really want to think of. And then of course it's to do with human trafficking as well. People don't really think about that. Street drugs. So, but yeah. But yeah. Oh, you have Arc Michael works in your aura because I give him permission to shine his love. Yeah, for me, I basically, I don't really allow anybody influence me at all. What I do, I just basically ask God. I ask God. I say, Mother, Father in heaven, um, only allow celestial light in. Anybody in the celestial light in, and that's what I do. You know. So I don't really exactly allow anyone who I feel that, I wouldn't say demonic. I would say no, anybody who's not, because you can have ancestors that come in your life and then they might not be the best, basically. The best. So but yeah, I'm glad that you choose Archangel Michael. Yeah, but don't worry about Elise. She's pretty good though. She knows, she knows how to protect herself and everything, especially since she's got family, got children and everything. Anyway, mm, I could actually, on YouTube, I could basically just could have waited until another hour and everything, but I like to go randomly. Randomly though, I just like to just go by spirit in, and my intuition, my higher self, and it's like, oh, I just go live anyway. you know, I'm just one of those people, like, I like to make life is interesting if you just don't always just be rigid. I don't mind having structure, definitely, but sometimes it's like I just like to go on the ball of inspiration. And sometimes you find something rewarding out for doing that than just stuck in a routine, and nothing changes. There's no real inspiration to do stuff sometimes, but anyway, I did have like, but but yeah, just at least she's honest with you. Sometimes people just aren't honest. Oh. So those who previously thing are not drinking, but yeah. Mm. But yeah, just I can't believe now it's 55 minutes an hour. Oh, do you know, Archangel, that that my battery was out of low the other day, and that's why like 3 days ago when I was live, it's like boom, I did put a comment on it because I didn't manage to upload it because I was like emotionally distrained. I just like thought, oh, I don't want to think about it, so I just uploaded another day. But I don't know, just I don't know, just I was hoping to get my UK autistic sister to come in live. I wonder if she ever comes up live. Oh, you doing fasting? Oh, cool. You got 6 hours left on on my fast. You fasting? Cool. I I have 1 meal a day fast though. Anyway, but I kind of broke a little bit my one deal bit because the fact that I'm on my menstruation cycle, so it was important for me to eat a little bit more than I usually do. Though especially so, but yeah, it's been, but yeah, ugh, I can't wait to move out from my group home. Then I can just basically just do 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 the type of life that I want without feeling dealing with people who's create resentment and criticism. Though, oh, cool. Okay, what's hyperglycemic? Oh, hyperglycemic. You mean like sugar? Is it is hypoglycemic? Is that just someone who's suffering from sugar? Is what's hypoglycemic? Oh, yeah, I overproduce. So it's the opposite. Okay, it's the opposite. Okay, yeah, yeah. My dad first marriage, he said that his ex was hypoglycemic. So like she had okay. Oh, cool. Yeah. Ooh, cool. I wonder if maybe you should do a YouTube how you manage it because sometimes people it's good to share people how you manage something, so they're not feeling like they're a failure or something. I don't know. There's not a lot of people out there on social media that shows how they're managing their hidden health issues. I have to admit, the ones who've there's too many superficial out there who's like gives people, but yeah. Yeah, I agree. It is my brother's diabetic. I actually helped him reverse it, but unfortunately, with the care home he in, they was not very good though. Oh, cool. If sugar gets low, then eat. Yeah, for me, like for me, I just for me, I got pre-sickle cell. So in UK NHS, they say um what's it called, um anorexic this anorexic anemic. Yep, that's what they would say. They call it anorexic anemic. So basically that's another word of saying pre-sickle cell. So it means it's better in some ways. It's better than sickle cell itself, but it just means that means I have to make sure I have high amount iron amount amount in my diet, and make sure I have a lot. Make sure I have to take care of my immune system, or I can get very sick very easily. So like I can experience more cold than most people, you know. So like when I go out, I have to make sure I got a scarf, even when it's summer, because I still feel cold, you know, you know, So which I got from my mom actually. So and I found so, but yeah, a lot of mixed race people are more likely to have that actually pre-sickle cell. It's something that most people don't talk about. No, no anorexia and puking. I mean, like anorexia is not puking. It's anorexia is someone who wants to starve themselves to death. I mean, yeah, yeah. I'm just saying that what my G, what I had for my medical record, it said that I'm anorexic anemic. Anorexic anemic means your body is practically find it hard to produce a lot of iron naturally. So which makes another, which I found out from a medical dictionary, that means anorexic anemic means that you got pre-sickle cell, basically pre pre pre-sickle cell. So it means that you have to have a lot of supplements. For me, like I found spirulina and chlorella very helpful because it's which sometimes I have to admit I forget to take sometimes because I deal with a lot of emotional stress and anxiety though. But I'm taking some supplements that someone recommended me. It's like biohacking supplements. Actually, show you guys these. That's what I got. It's kind of a bit rattled. It's like Life is Large, NF2, NF1. Talking about it, I better take it. Take one. I meant to take it when I wake up. Apparently, this woman, she said to me, I found on YouTube, on Facebook, I found her from my group support, and she was saying that she had schizophrenic and other stuff, and she takes these every day the past 2 years, and she doesn't need medication anymore. Help her with immune disorder and everything. Anyway, so because I used to have like all the supplements and stuff, but because of the living situation, it's so stressful. So basically, now I just take these because it was expensive though. It was very expensive. I'm praying that I get enough more because I went a bit more than I recommend because I just because the amount of pressure and everything. The other one's like to calm me down. The other one has green tea in it, though, which I know green tea's got caffeine in it, but I just thought, well, a little bit doesn't hurt. But personally, because from my religious background, the code was not to take tea, coffee, so anything that's got caffeine. But then again, chocolate's got caffeine in it, so I don't know. It's like kind of a bit controversial. So, but anyway, I think green. But yeah, so it's got green tea aspect though. But I don't like the green. It's just like it says E40, E64, E55 stabilers. What's that about? Like, I'd rather have not, but the thing is, I thought, well, since I'm desperate, I'll just try this biohacking pill. Since I was getting too stressed with having having all different things, though, I wanted. They got NF1, and I'm just like, thought, okay, which helps me to calm down a little bit. So when I have like panicked attacks or anything, I take take one, and then one to before I go to bed. And it's actually, I have to admit, I have feel some effects, but not much difference though. It's just my 2 weeks, I think, 2 or 3 weeks now since I started. I don't know if I might make much a difference, but apparently my friend who recommended me from the online group support, she said that it was going to take some time because she said it took her son who had who had vaccine damage from when he's a child, was born young, so from um from from who was damaged by the brain. He had acquired brain injury development from from vaccine from vaccine. So he's starting to heal his brain this past few years through that with from that biohacking pill. So so that she gives to her son, and he's starting to be quite and other things, but that was one of the things that she recommended me to send that will help me a lot, change my life. So I don't know, sure it's actually changed my life, but anyway, but it's better than than me taking bunch of different supplements all in one, and maybe my body can't that that I have to admit that it's hard with me because I can't swallow these stuff sometimes. That's why I prefer smoothies and stuff. Like, I like anything supplement, but the thing is, though, with my living situation, I can't just do anything I want. So the practical way is just taking these for now until I get something that doesn't have E something, E31, E preservatives. Ugh. Anyway, but it's better than nothing. Anyway, it's better than pharmacy drugs. Just don't know what. But yeah. But you only can get them online, not a shop. So, but I think I've seen them before though. I think I've probably somewhere before she recommended me, probably online magazine, health magazine or something. I don't know. But yeah. Ugh. Anyway, liver and onions. I don't know, man. Too much onions and stuff cannot be good for you anyway. But yeah, because I don't cook at the group home at all. Nope. I can't deal with 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 being observed too long. I don't mind teaching and sharing what I do, but the thing is, I just can't deal with being scrutinized all the time, and people who might be ignorant or resentment towards me. I'm just like, I don't know, I'm a bit like that girl who had a documentary on YouTube who she was diagnosed as schizophrenic, and her parents, she was like a prodigy child, and and she was on Oprah and all that kind of stuff. And then they did a documentary catch up of there was an independent documentary about her parents, how she was like coming up to like 10 years old, and she needed an apartment basically across because she was just needed to express herself. you know she was having meltdown because of the fact that she just couldn't deal with her parents' energy. So this is so funny, it just makes sense. The child psychiatrist said that the parent that she was too much advanced her own age, basically, and so she couldn't down. She was not like an average Joe child, So I don't know. Anyway, but yeah. So for me, I get stressed being thinking about other people's needs and feelings and stuff, and I just need my own space, so I don't have to deal with anxiety around people. I get, I didn't really have so much anxiety until I was put in a social squash in things that doesn't fit for me, and then I get anxiety because because the people in my life does not respect what they over exaggerate and like say, oh, it's because of this and that. So no, it's because you don't respect my boundaries, or maybe I can't deal with being always the person who has to care about you, and then and when I say I can't cope, you don't respect my boundaries, so I end up having a meltdown, or or I walk away and lock myself in a room and wait till other people is avoided, so I'm on my own. It's very common for hypopathic people. But yeah. But yeah, just but yeah, just oh but yeah, just seemed to be that way. I can't remember the subject. Oh yeah, it was the Sunday Soul Deep Talk. But yeah, I just I just I had a handful of bees right now. It tickles. Oh, they're tickling you now. That's sweet. Anyway, I'm going to go because I'm just like running out to say. This is one thing I don't like Facebook chat sometimes. It's just so thing, I wonder how like YouTube, how some people can just like add another person in. I don't know how you could. Uh, I have to like go in and see on YouTube if how can I get people can go live chat on this platform. I have to learn this. I'm just being lazy. I should stop being lazy. It's a split streaming application. Oh, really? Uh, oh, oh, is it? I do. This is the subscribe channel anyway. Um, paid. I don't know, but um, I think my the universe is telling me, golden universe is telling me that I'm that wasn't that I need to clear out. I got too much emotional blockage in my throat, too much emotional suppression going on. That's probably why I'm just encouraged to go on YouTube just to speak out. Not to benefit anyone, just probably benefit myself, maybe. Also, probably to do benefit people, but I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, thank you, Angel, for your time, and if Liz coming back, thank you for listening. Coming on to the show, live YouTube show. Peace out, everyone. Love and hugs. Bye. Have a good day and be blessed. You are loved by the universe, and don't forget the Holy Spirit. Definitely. Bye.